Once upon a time, there was a kind and powerful sage named Kapila Muni. He had a magical jewel called the Chinthamani, a special gem that could grant any wish and take away all worries. People believed this jewel was very precious because it made everyone happy and peaceful. Every day, people from far and wide would travel to seek the wisdom of Kapila Muni, hoping to have their deepest desires fulfilled through the power of the Chinthamani. With each request, Kapila Muni would close his eyes and concentrate, feeling the energy of the jewel as he granted wishes that brought joy and fulfillment to countless lives. As the moon brightened the night, Kapila Muni poured his heart into each wish, knowing that the happiness of others was the greatest treasure of all. One fateful day, a greedy sorcerer learned of the Chinthamani's power and decided he would stop at nothing to possess it, casting a shadow over the once peaceful village. With unwavering courage, Kapila Muni confronted the sorcerer, ready to defend the jewel and protect the happiness of the people he deeply cared for. The battle for the Chinthamani unfolded with a magnificent display of power as Kapila Muni unleashed the jewel's radiant energy against the sorcerer. One day, a greedy prince named Gunwant heard about this magical jewel. He wanted it for himself. So he went to the sage's place and tried to take the Chinthamani jewel away. The sage was very sad and prayed to Lord Vishnu for help. As Gunwant reached for the jewel, he felt an overwhelming force pushing him back. The sage, feeling a surge of hope, continued his fervent prayers, calling upon Lord Vishnu to protect the sacred Chinthamani jewel. Suddenly, the air crackled with energy as celestial light enveloped the jewel, forming an invisible shield. The sage, feeling the divine presence, sensed that Lord Vishnu was ready to intervene. With a fierce roar of power, the barrier sent Gunwant tumbling away from the jewel, leaving him in awe and fear. Suddenly, Lord Vishnu appeared, his majestic form radiating calmness as he prepared to address the greedy prince. Lord Vishnu looked down at Prince Gunwant, his voice resonating like thunder, warning him of the dangers of greed and the true value of humility. The prince could feel the weight of those words as he grappled with his desires. Overwhelmed by the wisdom imparted, Prince Gunwant knelt before Lord Vishnu, filled with regret for his selfish intentions. In that moment, he realized that true power lies not in... Hearing the prayers, Lord Ganesha descended from the heavens, ready to protect the sage and the magical jewel known as Chinthamani. As he stood tall, the greedy prince approached, intent on seizing the jewel, unaware of the divine power confronting him. The clash echoed through the valley as Ganesha, with grace and strength, evaded the prince's every move, demonstrating that true power lies not in greed, but in righteousness. The sage prayed silently, knowing that the fate of the Chinthamani rested in the hands of the divine. With a swift motion, Ganesha created a shield of divine light, ensuring the safety of both the sage and Chinthamani. The greedy prince, realizing his defeat, knelt before Ganesha, understanding that true strength comes from compassion and humility. With a gracious nod, Ganesha lifted the glowing Chinthamani high into the air, allowing its light to radiate across the land, signaling the triumph of goodness. The sage expressed his heartfelt thanks, while the humbled prince vowed to change his ways, realizing the true value of kindness over greed. As Ganesha sat beside the sage, he shared the wisdom of Chinthamani, teaching them both about the importance of selflessness and the power of good intentions. The former prince, inspired by the lesson, resolved to seek redemption, understanding that wealth means little with... The sage was very thankful and gave the Chinthamani jewel to Lord Ganesha. Ganesha wore it around his neck as a symbol of removing worries and granting all good wishes. From that day on, Lord Ganesha was known as Chinthamani, which means the Lord who removes worries and grants wishes. People pray to Chinthamani Ganesh to feel happy and free from their troubles. Devotees flocked to temples seeking blessings from Chinthamani Ganesh, believing that their worries would melt away. In homes across the land, families placed idols of Chinthamani Ganesh on altars, lighting lamps and chanting prayers with sincere hearts. The arrival of the festival brought joy and unity among the people as they celebrated Chinthamani Ganesh with music and dance. Children learned early on the significance of the jewel, cherishing the legacy of hope and blessings that it represented. In quiet moments, people found solace in their prayers, feeling a deep connection with Chinthamani Ganesh. Each wish penned down held the promise of fulfillment as faith in the deity continued to inspire countless souls. The influence of Chinthamani Ganesh spread, inspiring artists to capture his image in beautiful works celebrating his role in granting wishes. Marketplaces buzzed with life as merchants displayed offerings dedicated to the Lord, creating a space where faith and community thrived.